Hello my YouTube friends! On May 30th, Twitch Studio was abandoned and is no longer supported by Twitch. And this leaves lots of streamers wondering what they're gonna do. Well, there is a super easy alternative that will just move most of your Twitch Studio stuff over so that just a few tweaks and you can just click go live. I'm gonna tell you about it today, so you know what? Let's get to it! Now that Twitch Studio is done, a lot of streamers are looking for an alternative, and you could try OBS, but there's a learning curve and there's gonna take a bit more time and effort to maybe get up and rolling. Streamlabs Desktop has you covered though. They have a built-in way to move most of your Twitch Studio stuff easy. So things like scenes, webcams, images, videos, text sources, and of course your game capture screen. It'll move your browser sources and your alerts, but of course it does convert them over to Streamlabs alert box. So all you have to do is adjust some settings and a lot of your other stuff will just come over. So with very few tweaks, you'll be ready to go. Let me show you how to install Streamlabs Desktop and move your Twitch Studio stuff all in just a few seconds. So the install's easy. This page is linked down below in the description. You just go and download Streamlabs Desktop right here. And I do believe there is a version for Mac as well. And once it's on your system, you're just going to go to your downloads folder. All you have to do is go ahead and double click on it. You're going to get an administrative prompt that you can't see, but just click yes. Then you just click I agree right here. It's going to ask you where you want to install it, and the default is just fine. For most people, anyway. It takes a couple seconds to install, and it's going to put this distributable on your system. Possibly, depending. Windows 11 may not have this. And then you can uncheck Run Streamlabs Desktop, click Finish, and I would probably reboot your system, and then you're going to find it right on your desktop, right here. And you can just double click on it to start it up. So now what we want to do is go ahead and double click on our Streamlabs Desktop. You get the administrative prompt that you can't see, but we're just going to click yes. And it's going to check the local files. This is only going to happen the first time you install it. And bada bing, there we go. And because I have OBS installed, it basically took whatever I had in OBS and ported it over here. So if you don't have OBS installed, you're not going to see anything here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click down here. And you're going to see right here that you have import from Twitch. So if you already have something in Twitch Studio, you can just bring it right over here. And you don't have to worry. You don't have to change anything up. You just click here. You bring it over from Twitch Studio and you're all set. It doesn't really get any easier than that. We're going to go ahead and start from scratch. We'll just call this one tutorial, just in case we wanted to build something directly right here. So now you can see we're basically in a brand new scene. We can go up here to editor and we can change our layout if we want. And you can drag panels around so that it's laid out exactly how you like. I mean, I find that generally speaking, just the regular one is fine. So we're going to save the changes. And there we go. We've got a mini feed. We've got our scenes, our sources, and our mixer. Super simple. Now you can see we already have audio mixed in here, which I don't like it does that. So we're going to go into settings. And we're going to go into audio. And we're going to go right here where it has all these audio devices. And we're just going to disable them all. Because I don't want it deciding my audio. I want to do that on a scene-by-scene basis so that I know exactly what audio is in my scenes and what audio isn't. So there we go. Super simple. Now you can see we don't have anything in the mixer. So what we're going to do is build a very quick just game stream, just in case you are not familiar with how to do it. So we're going to right-click on this. We'll rename this game. And we're going to go over here to sources and we're going to select a source file. In this case, we're going to select a game capture and we're going to add that as a source. And there we go. Now we can select the game. It will capture any full screen application, or we can capture a specific window. I like to capture a specific window. Now we have to open a game. I don't have one open, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so we've got the game open. We can go here to Window, and we can find Starfield. Boom, there we go. And there's no reason to do anything else here. We can just click OK. And then if we click on the game, it's going to appear in our window right here. I have it on a small monitor, so I'm just going to go ahead and embiggen it. And there we go. So now we have our game captured, but you'll notice there's nothing here in the mixer. So we don't have any audio. So I'm going to click the plus under sources, and we're going to add some audio here. We're going to do an application audio capture. Click the plus and add a source, and we'll call this game audio. And then we can just drop this down and select Starfield. There we go. There isn't any reason to change any of this other information. We're all set. So we can click that, and we don't see anything, but if we actually click on the game, there we go. We see the game audio. So now all we would need to do is, if you don't want to have a camera, add audio. So we'll click the plus under sources, and we're going to go ahead and come down here, and we're going to add a audio input capture right here. And we'll just call this mic and add the source. We can select the device. In this case, my audio device is right here. And that's all we need to do. So you can see my microphone working right there. We can obviously adjust audio with the slider right here. We can turn it down, we can turn it up, we can do whatever we like. Now we have audio in here, and when the game is selected, we have the game video. We can play our game. And just to show you how ridiculously simple it is to add things to this, this is our game scene right here, and we can add our alert package right in here. So we just go down here. Actually, you don't have to. It's in Essential Sources up here. We can add the alert box, add the source, and what alerts do we want to have? We want a donation alert. If we have merch or Patreon, we can add it. Super chat, subscribers. Needless to say, if you're on Twitch, it's going to be different. I'm logged into YouTube right now. I can switch it to make it Twitch, but it's going to be the same thing. We can add members and everything else. And so you don't really have to, you can go in here specifically and change them up however you want. But we're just going to go ahead and add our alerts. Boom. And we're done. We can move our alert box wherever we want. And then when we trigger these alerts, we're going to go ahead and get alerts already added in. We don't have to do anything. If we go in here, we can actually test the widgets right here as well. It just asks you which one you want to test, and there we go. So we can test our super chat. Needless to say, Twitch is going to have its own as well. You could set these up however you want. Now, the easiest way you're going to be able to replace the Twitch Studio is obviously just by clicking this down arrow right here and going to Manage Your Scene Collections and just clicking Import from Twitch. This is going to load your Twitch Studio right in. But I did want to just walk through really quick how to set up an easy live stream, just like I did right here, that has two scenes. We've got a starting soon, and we've got our game scene, has the audio in it, has everything we need, including our alerts. And the reason why I think Streamlabs Desktop is the right thing to replace Twitch Studio is because of that factor that it's going to transfer everything over that easily. And if you're not familiar with other streaming software because you've been using Twitch Studio, nobody makes it easier than Streamlabs does to just get up and go. Now, I am connected to YouTube here, but we can change that setting up as well. We can go in here, and I can change to multi-streaming if I want to upgrade to Ultra, or I could just go here to stream. I can log off of here, and I can log into Twitch right here and connect it up. And then this will change over, and all my alerts will change over, and I can modify those alerts any way that I see fit. So everything is all right here. It's very, very simple to use, and it's absolutely the perfect Twitch Studio alternative. I work really hard to try to create content that I think you guys are gonna like. Sometimes I hit and sometimes I miss, but honestly, it's really hard to know. And that's where you can really help me out. If you like the content of this video, just give it a thumbs up. And if it's not your thing, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs down. Just this simple 5-second thing can really tell me exactly what you think of the content so I can change it up or do what you love. It really does help and I appreciate it a lot, so hit those thumbs up and thumbs down. Let's get back to the video. I told you it was simple. Just click the go live button once your stuff is moved and it'll be like Twitch Studio never left. In fact, it's even better because Streamlabs Desktop has so many more awesome tools for you to explore and use. Are there other pieces of Streamlabs Desktop that you want to learn about? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see about an awesome OBS plugin that Streamlabs created, you should check this video out. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one.